This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. I'm joined over Zoom by Alex Wassabi. Alex, it's good to catch up with you again. How are you?
Yes, sir. Always good to see your beautiful face, sir.
Hell yeah. Good on you, Alex. How are you though? How's life?
It's good. Just working. I got my channel Spicy Fruit. Me and my old YouTube partner got back together after 8 years, so we just been going hard for the last like 5 months.
Is that your new merch you're wearing right now?
No, this is actually like merch from like a decade ago. This is old merch, but I do got new merch. Go to spicyfruit.com, check it out. I think you'll like it. I don't have any red yet,
I
but
know.
I'm
I
working
looked.
on
I
it.
looked this morning. I saw it on your Instagram
Ah,
story. It's just black and white. But I was like, okay, no
yeah.
red. I don't know if you've been against the color red or whatever, but there's no
No,
red
I'm gonna do
stuff.
red next, just for you.
Yeah. No, I'll buy some. There's some red stuff there. Let's go straight into it then. You gave an appeal in for the tag team match. Was that correct? Or was it you or was it Nikki did the appeal?
I did the appeal for my side, and then Pineda did the appeal for his side.
Did you expect it to get overturned or was it just more of a gamble or
Well, I wasn't gonna do the appeal, but then I was like, okay, whatever. It's just a tag team match. But then I got the punch stats back, and I landed over double both of them, and I landed more than them combined. So I was like, okay, maybe if we have somebody actually look at this and they look at the angles and they see that my foot was stepped on, the knockdown that the ref counted shouldn't have counted, and then I think we went down like 3 times because he tackled me the first time, and then he stepped on my foot, or he stepped on my foot the first time, then he tackled me, and then he did uh, land a good shot and buzzed me for a second, and then so when he came in to swing, I went under the shot and grabbed him, and then he held me down and hooked me with his other arm, and then went forward and kneed me in the face. So I was like, okay, maybe if a ref looks at this, or like other judges, they can be like, okay, all those knockdowns didn't count. He did land 50 shots, and the other team both landed under 20 shots. So maybe something like that. And Nick landed more than both of them too. He landed like 40 shots. So I was like, okay, let's see. But it didn't go my way, but it's okay. The thing that got me was my appeal. So I saw Pineda's appeal too. They disclosed it to me. So my appeal was like, hey, I didn't get knocked down. I landed way more shots. Nick landed way more shots. Once I got used to B-Dave's wrestling tactics, I pretty much took over, and he couldn't land anything on me anymore. Um, and I was like, okay, those are my reasons. And then Pineda's uh, attempt at an appeal was, oh, in like the third round or something, he tried to tag out, and Nick said no, and that's against the rules. And I was like, what? That's what you tried to get your appeal to go for? You tried to get it because I looked back and I was like, hey, you want to come in? And he said no. And I was like, okay. And then I kept boxing. And then that was it. And he said, that's against the rules. And I was like, come on. This is whatever, but it's okay.
it's all right, we move. Do you reckon you'll do the rematch though? And then we'll have a definitive winner on the next card, maybe? Maybe in March on
I
the
don't
pay-per-view card or in Brazil,
I
whenever.
don't know, man. I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to do the rematch, or I don't know if I want to do a tag team again, and I don't know if I want to box again.
Oh, really? You've had enough already?
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna retire because the thing is, I boxed Deji because I wanted to have the experience. I wanted to box, and I was like, okay. And then I boxed iDubbbz for charity, so we got paid very little for that, just to cover the like training costs and all that stuff, recovery costs. And then I was like, okay, cool. Um, I didn't get the fight I wanted out of those two fights because it wasn't like a back and forth. It was pretty much just me outboxing them. So then Nick was like, yo, do this tag team with me. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll do it with you. But then they offered, the pay was so low. And I was like, yo, it was really minimal, very minimal pay. I'm not gonna say how much they paid, but it was very minimal, which is understandable because it was a tag team match. There's 4 guys you have to pay for this one fight. Um, so if we do the tag team again, I very highly doubt they're gonna pay more than they did the first time. So it's really not worth my time, especially with my new channel Spicy Fruit going on, and we're filming all the time, and we're doing it's like a 9 to 5 now. I'm on set all the time, filming, 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 posting, 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 and the tag team, the money is just not worth the time. I did the first one, Deji. It was good pay. Did the second one, it's for charity. So that doesn't matter. Then the third one, it was like very little pay. So
But I'm sure if you
it's
did a
gonna have to be,
solo, I'm sure if you did a solo 5 minutes, they'd pay you very well. Depending on
yeah, yeah. So
if
I
it's
think
edgy or if
that's
it's
the
a big name.
I think that's the only thing that would bring me back is if it was worth it. It's just it's not like I'm not all about the money, but it has to compensate for how much time because I take boxing very seriously. So when I have a fight, I dedicate a lot of time to it. I'm exhausted all the time. I have to eat a lot because everybody wants to fight me at freaking 170 when I'm naturally like 160. So uh, it's a lot more than people think. If you don't box, you don't understand how much boxing you have to dedicate. Yeah, you have to eat, sleep, and breathe boxing.
Mm.
So I would never want to take a boxing match and half-ass it. So um, it would have to be the right fight to bring me back. But as of right now, I'm a retired fighter for sure.
Well, retired. We're making history already then, Alex. So who would bring you back then? Oh, you like let's name some names. So Deji's one of them.
Yeah, that definitely do it.
Who else? Who
But
else is there?
I don't think he wants to. But maybe after he hears I'm retired and he's like, oh, he hasn't been boxing. Okay, cool. Maybe that'll do it. But I don't know.
And so no one else. It's only the Deji name. There must be other names, right?
No, I don't know. It just depends on if it makes sense. Um, I just need to have a good reason to dedicate my life back to boxing again.
Okay. And you've been in the gym since the fight?
Not once.
How do you take a sip of your hot chocolate?
Or have
There's
I?
a donut on the
No.
side of the table we take a bite of.
Yeah. I no, I actually hurt my arm, my left arm in the tag team match. If you watch my video of the whole fight, I explained like I was getting acupuncture in my arm like the night before. I couldn't extend it. I went into that fight super injured, hoping that the adrenaline would carry me through, and it did. I didn't feel it again do it throughout the fight, but after the fight, I couldn't even I had to wear a sling, an arm sling for a couple weeks.
Wow, okay. What I didn't
Yeah.
hear about that. But what about you versus Pineda in the singles fight?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, that could be a big one as well. That's more
Yeah.
likely to happen than the Deji one.
Yeah, there's a story there, a story of Deji, story of Pineda, story of B-Dave. So there's options. We just gotta see what the future holds.
And Nick, is he's still in the mix, so he'll still continue fighting.
I don't know. You gotta talk to him about that. We'll see, but he's a good fighter. He's only had 3 fights. Oh, he only had 1 year of fighting. So um, I don't know. I'd like to see him fight again.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to Nick actually since the fight. I'll have to do an interview, just catch up with him. Anything else going on for you though, Alex, apart from retired, chilling out, living a nice life? Anything else coming up for yourself?
Uh, we're on season 3 of Spicy Fruit. First season was kind of like figuring stuff out. Second season, we kind of got the flow of things. So I'm excited for this third season because we're going in and things are picking up. It's been like 5 months, I think, since Roy and I got back together, and we're at like 300 something thousand subscribers. So it's pretty good for a brand new channel from zero to this. So it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I'm only on like a yeah, I'm on a lot less. I'm on about a third of what you got right there. Are you guys gonna update the set? Are you gonna have a new set for season 3?
Uh, Not a new set, but we're tweaking things in the background. We're tweaking angles. We're figuring out lighting. That's what the whole first season and second season we're just figuring stuff out. So third season, that's why we're really excited because we're getting the flow of things. Like uh, the camera angles are different. Lighting is changing. Our editing style's changing. We're just figuring out what works and we're just leaning into it. So get ready. And I like it a lot better because we had the Wasabi Productions channel, and that was a younger fan base, and it was like how we started. But we're like, let's do it again. Let's start from zero. Let's do content that we want to do. Um, and hopefully the audience will find us.
Mm. And when you go in LA now, I know you live in Los Angeles. Do you get stopped quite a lot? Do people recognize you from the Spicy Street channel?
Yeah, a lot of we still get recognized from like the main thing people say is, "Oh, you were my childhood," but then a lot of times the older fans will also be like, "Yo, I I literally cried when you and Roy got back together. You guys were my childhood, and now Spicy Fruit." And this is it's crazy because I was actually jogging with Roy yesterday, and this car stopped in the middle of the road and beeped his horn. He's like, "Yeah!" He's like, "Can I take a picture?" And he said that he was watching us when he was 9, and he's 22 now.
Wow.
And so
That's an
I was
OG
like,
fan
let's
right there.
go. Yeah, there's a lot of those now. So it's cool because our audience grew up. So um, we just gotta get the word out that we're back together and just keep going and, you know, try to make it work.
Certainly. Just one more last thing before I let you go. KSI and Speed are gonna have a spar on the same day that Jake Paul is fighting in the same time. What would you make of all
Yeah.
of this?
Um, I don't know. You never know because, like, remember when KSI is like a master marketer. So remember when they were going to announce Prime and then they made it seem like there's going to be a trilogy fight between Logan and KSI. So it could be something like that because the weight class difference is huge and the experience level is huge. Difference is huge. So I'm expecting something like Prime, not like announcing something, but maybe they're announcing a collab or something cool like that because Prime was dope. And I've been drinking Prime ever since they launched it, ever since they started sending it to my house.
Alex, they're for KSI and Speed are having a spar though.
Yeah, but you think they're really gonna spar?
Yeah.
What makes you think that? Did you think that there was gonna be a Logan and KSI trilogy back then?
No, I never thought that. I knew there was gonna be something else. But no, KSI and Speed are gonna spar the same time as Jake Paul. Do you reckon this will take viewers away from Jake Paul? Do you reckon this will build Jake Paul's viewers up? More people talking about it. Where does it even
I
out?
think it, I think he'll build it up, and um, I I don't know. I've seen a couple clips of uh speed training, and I think he's better than what he's showing. He's just like trolling a little bit, but I still don't think he has the experience or the weight to take on KSI. So uh, I think it's some kind of publicity thing, but I think it'll help Jake because everybody's like, "Oh, KSI's doing this because of Jake, because his thing is going on." So I'm sure they're gonna watch both, and like I think Jake's opponent, I think he's gonna easily beat him. So it's gonna highlight like that. So if KSI and Speed fight or don't fight or they don't or something doesn't happen, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, look what Jake did," and then look at what they did. And so I don't know. There's a million ways it could go, but I'll
Hmm.
be watching.
Yeah, certainly. You have two screens. One who has two screens, I guess, one for the live stream, and then one made for Jake's fight. But Alex, I do appreciate it. I'll see you soon. I'm gonna come to LA in about February, I think. I'm gonna be out there,
All
so I'm
right,
gonna send you a text and we'll do
I'll
another
see you
interview
there.
then. But yeah, I do appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much.
Awesome.